Well, it looks like the Miami Dolphins have themselves a new starting quarterback. I mentioned it yesterday in my report from the Dolphins training facilities, their headquarters in Davie, Florida. Talked about Fitzpatrick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, potentially becoming the Dolphins' new starting QB. And it looks like just in time, the luck of the Irish brings Fitzy down to South Florida on St. Patty's Day. And you know what I just realized? What's left of St. Patrick's Day, I'm not even wearing green, but I hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day. And it's just about time to say top of the morning, isn't it? As we start this work week and the Miami Dolphins start their season, I guess their off-season plans with the quarterback in tow. And when it comes to Ryan Fitzpatrick, there's one word that describes him best. Journeyman. Okay? He's been around quite some time. Since 2005, this will be his 8th team. He's played for 7 thus far. Let's take a look. Started here, St. Louis. Next, headed to Cincinnati, living on the air. And then up to Buffalo. The good times followed and rolled to Tennessee. Then Fitzy took his act, 2-stepped his way down to Texas, played for the Texans. Then it was time to head to the Big Apple. And then he decided to go to Tampa Bay, where he had one of the all-time great press conferences, or I should say post-game conferences, wearing that great get-up there, Deshaun Jackson's outfit, right? Overall in his career, as I mentioned, this would be his 8th team, okay, as he gets ready to play for the Dolphins. By the way, the Dolphins logo to the right, the new one, to the left, the old one. I'm so much more a fan of the old one. I really am. I like the retro Dolphins logo. Just had to get that in there. But for Fitzpatrick, in his 15 years, he's had a tendency to turn the ball over while having some great moments. Like last year, became the first quarterback in league history, filling in for Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. 4 straight games with 400 yards passing. Lost more than he won during that streak, and has had a tendency to lose more than he's won as a starter. 36, or I should say 50, 75, and 1. 190 touchdowns, 148 interceptions, about 20,000 yards, and it gives you a lot of the good, the bad, and if you remember the movie Wildcats, a little of this. G-L-Y-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, you ugly. G-L-Y-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, you ugly. You ugly, you ugly. Your mama said you ugly. You G-L-Y-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, you ugly. All right, there you have it, starring Goldie Hawn, of course, right? In the movie Wildcats, Woody Harrelson. What a great movie. Woody Harrelson was in that, and Wesley Snipes as well. What an all-star cast. One of the great scenes. My head is filled with the most ridiculous movie scenes. You know, it gives me an idea. I'm going to come up with a top 5 football movies list. Maybe a broadcast. I did such for baseball movies. Go check out my website, by the way, and I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel here, and thank you for your viewing. The website, 954sports.com. You see it scrolling there in the ticker in the corner, right? Anyway, Ryan Fitzpatrick, now the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. So what does that mean? It means he's a placeholder. Gets to be the starting quarterback for a year. We'll see if the Dolphins draft a quarterback, the 16th overall pick in the first round. We'll see what quarterbacks are up for grabs. You never know going into what is not a real quarterback-rich, friendly draft. 2020. This dude right here is supposed to take center stage. Tua. University of Alabama's all-everything quarterback. He should be, if he has another magical season for the Crimson Tide, the top overall pick, and the one everyone may suck for. Remember that? Suck for luck, suck for Sam. We'll see if a couple teams tank it, so to speak, next year, as Tua is expected to go to the NFL draft. We'll see what happens. A lot of time between now and then. As I said yesterday, wrapping up my report from the Dolphins facilities. Who knew that within 24 hours later, the Dolphins would have their man, Ryan Fitzpatrick. So again, happy St. Patrick's Day. What's left of it? And we'll see if the luck of the Irish, or at least the luck of the Fitzpatrick, will touch the Dolphins in 2019.